Hey loves, welcome to the digital vision board party of 2019, and we are vision boarding for 2020. All right, so today, actually I'm recording this on the winter solstice, which is a day that is the shift in the energy from the planetary energy, the days getting shorter and shorter, the nights getting longer and longer and longer. And then we're going to be shifting into the days starting to get a little bit longer after today. So it's also the first day of winter. So while the season winter is defined by a lot of things dying, sure, the temperatures are dropping a little bit cooler, but we're going to start to get more days of, or more longer hours of daylight as we continue moving forward, because today is the longest, we'll call it the longest night of 2019. So we're using this unique, energy shift to empower what it is that we want to call in from the universe. With the momentum of the daylight hours becoming longer and longer, it's kind of like wind in our sails that will help support us to fuel our intentions and goals with the energy of the planetary momentum and the seasonal change. So it's pretty cool stuff. You know, a lot of people like to call this type of thing magic. I define magic as using the energy that is available to us either through our own energy and intentions, or it could be like the planets and the seasonal shifts and changes. It could be by, burning a candle. Lots of different ways to kind of culminate the energy of other sources and infuse it into our intentions to make things manifest and come true. So that's why today is a very special day, and why I wanted to do this workshop on today, so that it gives us more momentum to call in what it is that we want to manifest in 2020. So today, as you guys know, vision board parties, vision boards are something that's really popular because of the law of attraction. The law of attraction says that like things are drawn unto themselves. So like, if I'm super happy and positive and happy-go-lucky, then I'm going to draw other people who are the same way, because they see that in me and they resonate with that, and they want to come close to me because they want to keep, same on the same vibrational frequency. So when we put our thoughts and goals down on the vision board, the idea is it's a visual reminder of the things that we want to call into our lives. So, of course, with that vision board having been created, now it's like a checklist. We look at the vision board all the time. We have to take a little bit of time to close our eyes and visualize ourselves in that reality. And that's why the vision board there. And then infuse our being with the energy of these positive emotions of what it will feel like to actually manifest that thing into our life. So we're aligning our vibrational frequency with already having it. So when we can see ourselves in it, it's more believable for us to believe that we have it. So we literally create a vision of ourselves in that position. And we can look at it and, imagine ourselves there. And we can also, look at it, and then we can also picture it in our mind's eye. So, but like that, looking at it is a visual reference, and then we also picture it in our mind's eye, close our eyes and picture it up here, our mind's eye. And that's how we align our energy and vibration to call that thing that we want to have into our lives. We believe that we already have it. and believing that and keeping our vibrational frequency at that level for at least 17 seconds will help us to call it in and make it true. So that's how you do the exercises with the vision board. And then today what we're going to do is we're just going to walk through the steps of creating a digital vision board. So we always are making, and I do encourage you to also make a hard copy, maybe post it up in your office. But today's version is going to be a digital copy, so you can paste it on your computer screen, and you can also place it on your phone. All right, so now I'm going to replace this with a copy of my new goals for 2020. So let's get started with the vision board itself. I'm going to share my screen, and then we're going to create that vision board. Let's see if I can get, oh man. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to share my screen so that we can see how to create the digital vision board. All right, so I'm using an app today called Canva. It's not necessarily an app, it's like a website. You know, you can go to canva.com. It's spelled C-A-N-V as in Victor A, C-A-N-V-A.com, Canva. All right, so once you get to canva.com, your screen might look slightly different. I'm not sure. I have a paid version, so it might look a little bit different, but not very much different. We can go navigate to here. Actually, no, let's go to home. No, let's go to templates. There we go. And we're looking for, you can type in the search bar right here. We're looking for, it depends on if you want to create a phone desktop or a computer desktop. I'm going to give the example of a computer desktop, okay? So let's see, I think I'm going to type in desktop. All right, and then it comes up desktop wallpapers. So I'm going to select that. Don't need search right now. All right, so when I do select desktop wallpapers, it comes up with wallpapers already. And if you like the background of any of these, then you can start with that. Although I thought that they had, like, let's see, I thought that they had a collage one. Let's see, let's try and search for desktop. They have quotes, which is nice. Motivational desktop wallpapers. I wonder what that looks like. Okay, so they're like quotes, which that might be nice. Okay, so like this one, work harder, dream bigger. That might be really nice to create something motivational. What is this one with the stars and moon? Night is the mother of thoughts. That's interesting. How about this one? Dream big and dare to fail. I like that quote, but I'm going to use that quote and I'm going to select this desktop here, the one with the stars and the moon, because I'm inspired by that. So I'm going to create one from that. Oh wow, this is so it already has like a nice color palette. So I've clicked on the image and then now it's asking me if I want to use this template. It's over to the right. So I'm going to select use this template. And then it should load the template for me. So that's very cool. It has. Now I am not going to use only this as my desktop. I want to add some photos in there of things that I like, of things that are reminding me of what my goals are for the year. So I'm going to click on the Elements tab. All the way over on the right side of the screen, there's an Elements tab. And once you go to elements, you'll see these grids. So grids are going to be pretty awesome because they allow us to fill the screen with photos and images that we want to utilize in our vision board. So I'm not sure what photos I'm going to ultimately use, but I do like certain ones of these patterns. So I'm choosing a grid pattern that I like, and I'm throwing it on there. That's pretty cool. Now these are photo frames for what we're, like the images we'll use. So we'll have one that's kind of like this big, then one like this big, one that's this big, and then the stars are on top. That may or may not work, but we're gonna find out. All right. So if you have had the chance, it's best if you already pre-select what images you would like to use for your vision board. If you have or have not, you can pause this video right now and then go get some images on the internet and bring them into the space so that you can just plop some images in, and then we'll upload them to Canva. I'm going to go to a folder so that I can pull in some images that I already have. And if I can find what's going on here with my Finder, I think this is settings. I'm gonna close that one. Here we go. My Finder is not usually set up like this, so it threw me off. All right, so here we go. Now we're drilling down into the content, and actually a lot of my images are, okay, here we go. I've got some stock photo images. Cool. So I think that they're on most of my images are in my hard drive that is not attached right now. So I won't have access to those, but I'm going to change the view here so that I can get great images. All right, so here we go. This is a beautiful image. I will probably put that one in. There's some, let's see, some other images that I might be able to use. So these are just some of my favorite images. I'm going to add some of these. Okay, so maybe one of my goals for next year might be traveling and journaling or blogging or something like that. So I'll use this image to represent that. And then maybe also one of my goals for next year will be to have sisterhood and friendship support. So I can use that image or this image. You know, these were like squad goals. Maybe I'll put that one in. I like this one. And what other images might I use? So maybe also one of the things I'm going for this year is to have freedom. You know, maybe let's see, what other images do I have? Maybe I want to do more yoga and meditation next year. So I will upload something like that. All right, so these are just a sampling of the images. Oh, relationship goals. All right, so these are a sampling of the images that I may want to use. I'm curious what this folder is. Oh, okay, I know what that folder is. Do I have any more folders? Okay, meditating. All right, so I'm satisfied with the images. that I have identified that I'd like to upload. So these images are just in a file somewhere on my computer. As long as you know how to navigate to that, then you're in good shape. So I know where those images are. I'm going to now upload them in our application, Canva. So what we'll do is we've already set up our grid, our layout for the exercise. Let's go to Uploads, and here's where I can add new images. So I'm going to tell my computer right here, that big button at the top, Upload Images. And then I'm going to go back to, as a matter of fact, I'm not sure where they are stored. So let me just find that out real quick. All right, so hard drive, users, Tate Amy, pictures. All right, so that's where I'm gonna go. Pictures and then stock photo. So here we go, Tate Amy. And pictures. All right, stock photos. Boom, here's all my images. So these are the ones I'm gonna upload. I'm gonna upload the one with the women on it for sisterhood. I'm gonna upload this one for freedom. I wanna upload a meditation one. And I think, I don't know, I think I have like 4 or 5 slots to fill. So I'm gonna upload this one for relationship goals. Let's see if there's anything else that I like. Ooh, vacation scene. And then I like this one too for sacredness. All right, so I've got about 5 images. I'm gonna tell, like I pressed Command or Control to highlight multiple images. So when I click on one, I press Command if you're on a Mac, Control if you're on a Windows machine. So I clicked like 5 images, so now I have multiple images that are highlighted at the same time. Now I'm gonna tell it to open. And then you'll see them pop in here over on the left. So it's importing these images from my computer and it's placing them online in Canva. And now here comes the fun part. I get to rearrange and organize how I want all of these images in my vision board. So it's loading the images up right now. You'll see this little progress bar with blue and purple. So this one's coming along pretty quickly. And this freedom one, yep, so there she is. So I'm gonna place, since she's already done, I'm gonna start pulling my images over. So you will see now that her head is cut off. So I'm gonna double click on her and then pull her down. When you double click, it will make the image editable. And then once you have it, you'll see the part that's gonna show in the collage. You'll see that part is bright colors and the rest that's not gonna show is gonna be dull in color around the outside edges. So once you fix it to the way you like to see it, press enter.
It's 3 o'clock.
And there she is. But I'm gonna adjust her a little bit more. So I double click, pull her up just a little bit. I want her hand to show. And press enter. There, she looks good. I like that. All right, next up, I'm going to drag this image of the women together in a group. I'm gonna drag that over here. There we go. I love that image. It is so awesome. I love it. These are some cool ladies, and I would love to be like that. So there we go. They are all there. And then the next one I'm gonna take, all right, so this meditating lady is still uploading. I know where I wanna put her, but she's not done uploading. So I'm gonna adjust the frame now too, because I may want to add a couple more images than the frame has given me the option to add. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here where this solid black line is, and I think I'm gonna be able to adjust it, maybe, nope. So it's moving the whole image over. If I double click it, no, it doesn't give me that option. So I'm gonna take the moon, I'm gonna move it to the right a little bit to give a little bit more space to see through. Now my images on the left have finished uploading. I'm gonna drag the meditating lady over to the side. I like her there. And then I'm going to drag in the top corner, the top right corner. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure if I want to keep the moon. I might, actually, you know what? I might change the moon, put the moon. Okay, maybe I will change the moon over to the left side so then I can see more of this other small space in the upper right-hand corner. So I have to now decide whether I want to include travel or my image for sacred space or relationship goals, since I've chosen a frame with only 4 spaces. Let's try them out. Let's see how they look. So first I'll take the beach lady and put her up in the right corner. That looks nice. So we'll think about that. That might be it. That might be it. I like that a lot. All right, next, let's try, we'll take the couple. We'll take the couple and put the couple over here. Okay, that one's nice also. And then lastly, let's try the sacred space. We'll just drag that over and replace it. That's pretty cool. I like the meditating lady right below the sacred space. That's pretty awesome. I like that. I wonder if there's a way that I can split. Okay, so before I try to split, maybe add another photo in here, I'm gonna rearrange the star off of her face. I like how the star is right above her head. And this star is right on top of her yoni. I think I might move that one. No, I like it there. That's cool. Or maybe right there. She's got the star like, I'm awesome. And then these stars down here, I really like these. Let's see. They're kind of like saying, I'm awesome too. Or like if they're coming off of her hands, she's kind of like, I'm magic. That's cool. Oh, we can take this star. Where can we put it? Let's put it right here in her chest. I think that kind of gives an element of magic. Or maybe in her belly. You know why I like it in the belly space is because the solar plexus chakra is right there, which has a yellow color to it. So this reminds me of having the willpower to do, you know, everything that it is that you want to manifest. I really like that. So it's kind of like her chakra is alive. And same thing with this other lady too. So I like that, and we'll just keep that. I'll just keep that other star right there. And so I kind of like this collage right now as it is. I forget what the other quote was that I was going to change this to. So I don't want night is the mother of all thoughts. I'm going to change that to something inspirational. And I don't remember what it was. So let's put, I'm just going to make up something for right now, and then we're going to go maybe research what that quote was if I don't think of something really cool and creative. So we're going to say, dream big. I highlighted all of the text, and I just started typing my new quote after I highlighted all the text. You can also just use your backspace, and it will delete all of the text, and you can replace it. So I'm going to put dream big. Live big, be big, maybe that's it. Dream big, live big, be big. All right. And then down at the bottom, we're going to take off the persons who said it because it's an original quote by yours truly. All right, so now I'm just gonna move the text a little bit. You just click and drag the text. You'll see that four-way arrow when it's ready to move. See that little navigation arrow? All right, so this color is pretty cool. There's enough contrast. I can read it pretty good. But you can also choose to change the color. If you want to do that, you just click the text. And then you can go up to the top where you see this letter A with the color inside of it. You'll click on that, and then you'll see other colors. So I could click and change it to the bright, bold, yellow, orange. Go back to this muted color. I could change it to something else. I mean, I could do black or white. Black is pretty not visible. Could do white, which pops pretty good. But I actually think I might like, I think I like the original color, so I'm gonna just leave it as that. If you wanna change the font, you can also click on that and then go on the upper left-hand corner where it says Salima, and then you'll click on that, and then a list of fonts will pop up. So I can try one of my brand fonts, which I like. So I think I'll keep this new font, Lemon Tuesday, I'll keep that. And then I just need to recenter it again after I do that because it kind of went off center a bit. So I'm gonna click outside of this box, just onto the gray space to get my box to go away. And then click on the text and then recenter it. And I really like the way this looks. The one thing I might not be 100% satisfied by is this image in the right-hand corner. So I'm gonna click on that, and I'm gonna see if I can use a filter to brighten that image up. It's kind of dark where the other images are nice and bright with lots of color. So I am clicking there, and then I'm just gonna come over here to this filter button. So when I click this filter button, it shows me different ways it can filter the image. Right off rip, peony looks really nice, so I'm gonna click there and see if I like it. It does brighten the image up, but I'm not sure if that color is very realistic, so I think I'm gonna try some of the other ones. So let's try epic, nah. Festive, maybe. Summer, that's okay, it's a little drab. I think I might go with festive. Let's try solar. Solar is nice. I think that color matches the rest of them, so I'm happy with solar. And then you can use this intensity bar right here. So you can turn up the intensity, drag it to the right, or you can turn it down, make it a little bit more muted. That's removing more and more of the filter. I'm gonna keep it back to where it was. It was at 50% to begin with. And I like the way that looks. It looks fantastic. Very cool. So I maybe should have mentioned this at the top, but if you want to add any other images, you can go back to the Elements tab, which was over here on the far left. Click on that. And then instead of using these collage looking ones, you can go, like these are the grids, right? So let's get out of the grids. I'm going to close. I did an X there. And then you can just go to frames, and we'll add a frame. So I'm going to tell it to see all in case I want to add another image. And I think I'll add the beach image or something like that. So you can choose what shape you like. And I think I might use one of these kind of like scratched, like I'm peering through the window to see this image. So I think I'm going to use this one. So let's try that. Now it's going to show up really big and huge. That's okay. We're going to make it a little smaller. So we're going to take down at the corner, you'll see these like this, your cursor will turn into a two-way arrow. That means you can change the size. So I'm going to click on the corner and stretch it to a smaller view. Okay, So I'm happy with this size right here. That's pretty cool. Now, that's my frame for my new image. I will keep that right there. Then I'm gonna come back, or I'm gonna click into the gray space above. Cool, so now the frame is set. And then I'm going to go back to my uploads because I'm gonna find a picture that I can place in there. So click on the uploads. And then I think I wanna add this beach photo. So I'm going to click on her and then place her right on top of that frame. And then boom, there she is. Now she's a little, again, she's not quite as bright as the other images, so I think I'm going to brighten her up a bit. So I'm gonna double click. No, I don't need to double click. Cancel on that. So I'm gonna click on her. Wait. All right, click off of her so that there's no box around here. Then click on her. Uh-oh, it won't let me. Oh, it won't let me change her filter. So I guess I have to keep her the same way she is, which that's unfortunate, but that's okay. So I have her, and then I just want to play around with where I have her positioned. I like that. And then you can go back and add as many elements as you like. So that's for my travel. And then, you know, maybe the other element I wanted to use is the relationship couple, which I might be able to, I thought that I could change the sizing of these photos, but it looks like it's not going to let me, because I would love to just, nope, it won't let me. So if you do something like that and drag the whole thing, just press Command Z or Control Z if you're on a Windows machine, and that's like, you know, like undo, Control Z, so it'll take it back to where it was. But I'm really happy with this. So this is my 2020 vision. I might copy, you know what, I might make a little bit more text on here. So I'll go to my text button, over to the left-hand side, my text tool. And then it comes up with a few default fonts if you have anything set already. And if not, you can go and click through and find a style of font that you like, and then click it. It's going to drag it over to your image, and then you can edit what is typed there. So for instance, I don't want this little text down here, so I'm going to delete that completely. And then where it says Parmesan cheese, I'm going to make this font into the same color yellow as I'm using in my other font. So I'll click there, change the color, and then I'm just going to put like 2020 vision. That is super cute. So I'll have to move it, and maybe I might want to put a enter, but no, I don't. I think I want it on one line. So I'll keep it, If all of your text doesn't fit on one line, because I just ended up, the vision went to the second line when I put a space in between 2020 and vision because my box isn't big enough. So I can go to the side here, drag that box a little bit bigger, and then it can all fit in one line. So there we go. That's what I'm gonna keep, and then I'm gonna click on it, move it up a little bit, and there. I like how that looks. Cool. So there you have it. Here's my 2020 vision board. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna put a little bit of text also, so that anyone looking at this will know what it means. Not that I care that they know what it means, but maybe they're also reminders to myself. So I will actually, I'll create a little bit more text on here. So I'm going to go to the text icon again. Oh, we're already on it. And then, like I said, you don't have to use these style of text. You can also go up to the top. It'll have like your recently used text. I'm probably going to use, maybe I might use this Princess Sophia again. So I'm going to click on that. So it gave me default text, and I'm going to change that. What it says, again, I'm going to delete it. And then I'm going to put in sisterhood. Okay, so I'm going to change that again to our yellow color. And now it's kind of big, but I'm going to label this square. So I just stretched, I go to the corner where that double arrow comes up and then stretch it to the right size. I like it. And then I'm going to take my cursor until it turns into that 4-direction arrow and then drag it to where I want to. So this creates, all right. So you can also see when this little circle comes up too, you can touch it there and it'll help you to move it. So this creates a nice, label for each of my boxes. Now I can keep going to the left and do the sisterhood, choose the text, or I can take this sisterhood box that's already highlighted, and for this object, I'll go up to the right hand, hold on, I have to click. See how the cursor is blinking? I don't want the cursor to be blinking, so I'm gonna click off of that object and then click back on it. Now once I click on it and it's not blinking and it has the box around it, I can go up to the upper right and hit the duplicate button. So it'll give me another sisterhood, and I'm gonna just drag that. And now I'm gonna label this box. Where do I want this to be? I like this here. And then I'm gonna change what's inside. So I'll delete and then label it. All right, so sisterhood, freedom. All right, I'm gonna copy this one again. So I'm gonna say duplicate, it's already highlighted, duplicate. I'll take the freedom, I'll bring it over here. And then I'm gonna change what's inside. I double click for a shortcut. Maybe I'll write peace. And then again, all my text won't fit in one line because my box is too small, so I'll stretch it to the side. Good. And then just move it over. Or maybe I'll write inner peace. Yeah, let's write inner peace. I like that better. Okay. Nope, inner peace. All right. So that looks good. I might drag it a little bit. And then I'll copy that one more time. So I've got my duplicate option. I'll hit duplicate, copy that up here. And then I'm going to change the text. So I double click and I'm going to put sacred space. And then again, I've got to stretch the box so that it can all fit. And then lastly, I've got my lady with the butt, and then I'm gonna copy this, any one of these texts, so I'll hit duplicate, and then I'm gonna change her to travel. Double click, replace. Oh. Okay, found a lovely spot for that. Now I'm pretty happy with this. It looks really good. I don't know, I might play around with the colors of the fonts, or maybe I might make this one. You know what, I like this head title. I might make that a little bit bigger. And then also I think I'm gonna change the color so that it can be distinguishable, that it's the title kind of my whole piece. So I'm gonna make it the bold, dark golden yellow. All right, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So this will be my desktop on my home computer. I might play around here. Let's see if, I'm just gonna check on this, do a filter real quick, see if I like it, any of the other filters. Oh, I see, I like how bright that is. That's festive filter. Summer filter, that's okay too. Solar filter, I kind of like solar. Solar or festive? Solar, festive. I don't know. I think solar maybe. So there we go. That's my finished project. And I'm going to now just go up to the upper right-hand corner and say download. It'll give you several options of formats for your file type. So it says file type right there. You can select the default option, which is PNG, or you can go JPEG. So these are, PNG says it's going to be a high quality image. JPEG is a small file size image. So if you need to save space because you already have a ton of files on your computer, you might want to choose JPEG. I think I'm going to choose PNG though, because I want it to be high quality. And these are the dimensions in this lower box that is grayed out. So it's 1920 pixels by 1080 pixels. So that's a nice huge desktop. That's a big area and it should cover your whole desktop. And then we'll just hit download. So now it's preparing my design and we'll have a finished product in a moment. All right, so here we go. It's asking me if I want to continue editing or go to my homepage. So I'll just say continue editing for now. It'll keep me right where I am. And I'm gonna minimize this design for now because we're gonna, no, actually, let's, okay. I'm gonna open the design. So for me, it downloads to, like, I have a little icon at the bottom of my screen. I'm not sure where your file may be saved, so you might want to check on that. But I'm gonna click on that image and then it's gonna blow up and we'll see it. Wow, look how pretty that is. I love it. So this will be my new desktop screensaver. Yay. All right, so that's one version. That is the desktop version. If you'd like to do this for a phone version, I should have mentioned this at the top. Sorry about that. We're gonna just go out of our design. I hit the home button in the upper left. So when I come back there, I'm going to type in the search bar. We're gonna say, what do we call this? We call this a phone wallpaper. There we go, phone wallpaper. So we'll click on that. And then we have wallpaper designs as well. So one thing you could do is you could take exactly the same image that you just created and turn it into a wallpaper, phone wallpaper. So I'll show you that really quick and then we'll come back to here and finish up in case you want to do a different wallpaper design for your phone or the same or whatever. So before we do the new wallpaper, actually, which way should we do it? All right, if you want to just reuse the design that you just used, it might not be exactly everything in the photo because of the fact that your desktop is going to be more horizontal orientation and then your phone is going to be more vertical. So you might not have everything in your design, but we'll try and see how it goes. So let's go back to on the left panel of your setup here. You just go to all designs, click on all your designs. All right, so it might not show up exactly how you just created your image, but you'll see the default template. So this is what we started with. That's really going to be my design. Once I click on it, you'll see it. So I'm going to click here and it's opening up. It's opening up. I just froze, so I don't know if it got me. All right, so here is our beautiful, beautiful desktop. Actually, you know what? No, we're not going to do that. Let's exit out. We don't want to go into the desktop because we don't want to change this one for good. So go back to home. we're gonna hit all your designs again. All right, so now it's updated. So here is my design. Instead of going into the design and manipulating it from there, we're gonna go to the design and then we're gonna click on it. Don't click on it. Oh, it creates another window. So actually you can just click back to all your designs if you have another tab. All right, so there's this 3 ... button. Click on that. What we want to do is make a copy. So we're going to make a copy. Now with this copy design, we're going to click on that one. All right, so we've got this copy, and what we want to do is resize it now. So we'll go up to the top left and you'll see this resize button. Click on the resize, and we'll see if we can find phone wallpaper. Here it is. So we'll click on that, and then it'll ask us, okay, we'll see it says copy and resize. So that would give us what we just did, the copy first and then resize, but we don't need to do that because we already copied it. And so hit resize. All right, so see, since it was a horizontal design, it's only gonna create a stripe. So we can actually, if we want to, add more images and make this design like more detailed. They also have, like, they've brought up the templates. So I'm not sure if we take one of these templates, if it's gonna overwrite everything here. So let's do this. Let's experiment. Let's add a new page, but we're gonna go up here to this icon, copy page. So this way we're covered if anything messes up. So you can scroll up and see that now you have 2 of the same images. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, before we add a background and maybe make more fun, let's select everything in the original design. So we're gonna click outside of our design here. So I'll click off to the side and then hold down the mouse and then drag the box, and we're gonna drag it all over everything. So now we've got everything highlighted and selected. Let's hit, oh, it won't let me group everything. So that thought's not gonna work. So just leave it alone. All right, so we'll keep this design intact, but let's go work on the copy here. And if I just want to put this good vibes, let's see what happens. It might overwrite what's there, but I think we'll be able to fix that. So I could put the good vibes. I'm going to try and put it. All right, so it's going to replace page with new template. We're going to say okay because we have made a copy already. Add template as new page. Okay, so we're going to say replace. That's okay. So now we're going to go up and highlight everything, and then let's see if we can duplicate. Probably not. All right, that's fine. We've highlighted everything. What we can do is, ooh, we did duplicate. Okay, cool. So once you duplicate, now you can drag it down to the other page, and it shows up here. And I'm just going to place this on the back. This is just a quick and dirty copy technique where, you know, you can fill up the whole rest of your screen. You can also probably go in and stretch all of your images to make them larger. This is just one idea. And actually, I'm not completely satisfied with this background, so I think I might want to replace that again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete everything. I'm going to delete this because I'm going to make another copy. And I like this background too. So I'm going to put that back there. Ooh, and those colors go nicely with my previous design. So I'm gonna, again, highlight everything. I'm gonna hit duplicate. It made me a copy. Now I'm gonna drag it down and then place it on top. Boom. So now I'll just get my sizing right. Cool. If you want to zoom in, you can hit the command button on a Mac or the control button on a Windows machine. So hit control plus or command plus, and it'll zoom in for you. All right. So here's this whole design. I've got it lined up. I like that, but I might want to take some of this text and stuff and just, okay, I'm going to click off of the highlighted version. And I'm going to click on there and I'm just going to stretch it, make it bigger. And now I might change this color to make it pop more because it is blending in. So I'm going to change that to probably like a fuchsia color. This is not exactly it, but it will allow me to manipulate that color. So once I've selected the color I like, I can also change the color. So I'm going to go up here to this little plus sign, and now I can pick what color I really want. I like that because it provides a lot of contrast. So there, now I'm going to hit enter. That's my new color. All right, and then I can choose to size it however I want. I like that. Ooh, 20/20 vision. That's like I can see everything perfectly. That's so cool, double meaning. All right, and then I'm going to take, I'm just going to stretch the whole thing. That looks nice. Make it a little bigger. All right, and then I'm going to take this other main title. I'm going to stretch that bigger and pull it down toward the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to also change that to the fuchsia color so that it can pop a little bit more. So the thing I love about digital vision board parties is you have freedom of images. Like you're not limited to what you can find in a magazine, right? You can go on the internet, find exactly what you want, and then your design is just like perfect. Okay, I like that. And then, okay, some of my text got a little bit moved. So I'm gonna also resize it so that I can see it on my little phone. And then I might even change the color here because we got more orange in this graphic now. Change the color, darker writing, or maybe I'll put that in the sky. Freedom. Bring her writing down a little bit here. Sisterhood, we're gonna change the color of the writing there. I'm gonna make it this golden color, or let's see, the fuchsia. I don't think the fuchsia shows up well enough. What about this blue? Nope. So we'll say keep it the golden color. I'm gonna stretch it a little bit. And travel, how shall I do the travel? I'm thinking, since we have a lot of orange in the document, yeah, I'm gonna make these orange, the golden orange, even the inner piece. And then sacred space. Let's see how it looks in the orange color. Nope, it's gonna blend too much. So we'll keep it that light color. And then I think there we have it. So I'm gonna zoom back out so I can see everybody all at once, the whole thing. All right, so this is a bit busy, but I kind of like it. I think I might just moving around some of the text. Yeah, I could see this as my screensaver. I like that. So there you have it. That's using the one that we have already created. And then if you didn't want to use that one, basically, let's add a new page. This is how you would do it from scratch. You again would go to your, a really quick walkthrough. You would go to your elements. You can select the grids, see all, and you could make a completely different design here. Choose the grid that you like. I don't want to take up too much time, so I'll just use this 3-segment grid, and then I'll select 3 photos, which might be hard to see, 3 vertical photos, but I'll go to my uploads. For this one, I don't know, I didn't use this one last time, but of course it's not going to all fit, so that won't work. Actually, I'm going to change my grid because it's not going to show anything very well. So let's go back to elements. Let's change the grid. We'll do that one. That'll be better, maybe. Actually, probably horizontal is going to work out best for this one because the vertical nature of the phone desktop. All right, and then we'll go to uploads. I'll create them there. And what else can I use? Let's say I want to do more yoga. And maybe I want to be in nature more. So I'll use this one. But then, like, I'm not really satisfied with the way these images are laid out, so I'm gonna just play around with it. I think this will look better because it's like, it'll be light, dark, light. So I'm gonna change these 2 positions. All right, and then I could have, this could be my design. I could put some text on it. If I want to, just go back and maybe replay the part about text, but you just go to the side, text. And so I'll choose like a medium size. Okay, perfect. So I'll say be in nature or be one with nature. And then I'll just stretch it if I need to, and then I will change the color so I can see it. That's just tricky. Maybe I need to lighten that. There we go. All right, and then I'll copy this text here. Copy the text. I don't need to do that. I can click off of the text, click back on the text. The box is highlighted, the cursor is not in there, duplicate. Drag that up, and I'll say relationship goals. So now I'm gonna highlight everything, delete relationship goals. And then I have to change the color of that so I can see it. Maybe I'll make it black. And then let's copy that one. Drag it down, and then I'll say fitness goals. I don't know how to spell fitness. I don't know if it's 1 S or 2. Fitness goals. I think it's 1. All right, fitness goals. And then I like that. So that's just an alternate, quick and dirty phone, desktop. And again, you would just download these. If you have multiple pictures here, you can choose to download of the upper right. So when you go to the download menu, you'll see here it says select pages. If you select all 3 pages, it will download in a zipped file, and you'll have to double click that so that you can see all 3 images. If you only want to download one out of, you know, one out of the mix or whatever you did, you can select the one that you like to download over here on the side. So I'm going to download the last one real quick. Oops, just check it once and then hit done. So it's going to download only page 3. So we'll hit download. It's preparing the design. It's going to come up and then we'll open it up and awesome. So here it is. Again, check with your computer to see where the copy will go. It'll probably be in a folder called downloads. I'm going to double click this here and you'll see my design. Oh, I've got the other one still open. So I'm going to minimize that one. And then here's my new phone screensaver. So if, in order to get this to your phone, if you're on your computer, you'll just attach the file wherever the file lives. You'll copy it over and email it to yourself. So I'm just going to go, actually, Chrome does not do my email very well. I'm going to open Safari. Just go to your email wherever that lives. All right. Now I'm going to compose a new email. Oh my goodness, there we go. So I'm going to say to myself, subject is going to be desktop wallpaper, or I'll just put wallpapers because it's going to be my desktop and my phone. Wallpapers, or like vision board, I don't know. And then I'll say it's see attached. And then I'll add the files. So I'm going to click on my paper clip. I'm going to go to my downloads and then add the 2 files I just created today, if I can find them. Huh, where the heck are they? Okay, so here's one, and then here's the other. Oh, I'm gonna shift so I can select 2 at one time. Choose, and then they're being uploaded and inserted, and then I'm gonna send them to myself, and I'll open my email on my phone and load them up. Yay! So thank you for watching this on the replay, and happy vision boarding, digital vision boarding. Very, very cool, guys. Using a free app, Canva. Can you believe it? Leave comments down below. Let me know what you thought of this video. If you like these types of videos, I will make more like it. Just let me know. And happy 2020. All right. Love you guys. Ciao.